Let's bring in Alan Eyre, a distinguished diplomatic fellow with the Middle East Institute, a former senior U.S. diplomat and Iran expert who served on the U.S. nuclear negotiating team from 2010 to 2015. That, of course, led to the Iran nuclear agreement. You were part of history. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Hena. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you, sir. So as a former member of the U.S. nuclear negotiating team with Iran, you have this inside look that most of us don't. What does the current back and forth over the Strait of Hormuz tell you about this current standoff? And what does this maritime escalation that we've seen just in 24 hours mean for the potential deal?
Well, any potential deal is so much tougher now. Back during the Obama administration, all we had to worry about was the nuclear issue, which of course was huge. But now, in addition to that, you've got this issue of the Strait, which every day it remains closed, has more and more of an adverse effect on the global economy. So in a way, the clock is ticking more urgently now than it did for us back then when we took about 3 years for serious negotiations.
Alan, President Trump, starting Friday, he started referring to what he called nuclear dust, saying the U.S. would retain material from Iran's nuclear sites following those strikes from last July. What do we actually know about this material? How much of it still exists? How significant is it from a nuclear weapons standpoint? And how hard is it to get to? Is it under all that rubble?
Well, again, the toughest part of building a nuclear weapon is having enriched uranium.
Right.
You need more than that. You need to weaponize it. But Iran has about 440 kilograms, about 1,000 pounds of highly enriched uranium, which with a little more enrichment you can use to make a nuclear weapon. They also have a lot of low enriched uranium. So one of the things President Trump is trying to do is to get that enriched uranium out of the country. But the most important thing to do is to increase verification of what's Iran doing. That's what's missing now. The IAEA is no longer, the International Atomic Energy Agency is no longer inspecting Iran. So any deal, a key part is going to be getting our eyes back on what the Iranian nuclear program is doing.
Early on in my career, I covered the Iran nuclear deal from the White House, and I remember the negotiations that went on for so long. I lived in D.C. that entire time. Now, looking forward a few years later, in practical terms, who would actually have the ability to get inside those facilities and carry out that, quote, nuclear dust? What does that process look like, Alan?
Well, you'd have to dig it out. And again, that can be done, and Iran is willing to do that. Iran has said they're willing to downblend, which is dilute, their highly enriched uranium. That's one possibility. The U.S. wants it all out. But the first step is going to be digging it out. It's under, as last year in Operation the 12-Day War, we bombed Iran's 3 nuclear sites, and the highly enriched uranium is buried. So in order to get it out, first you got to dig it up, and that's going to take time.
Yeah, can I ask, how difficult is that? In reality, how hard is it to locate, secure it, and remove it?
Well, during peacetime, with the cooperation of the Iranians, it'd be very easy. Iran could do it, we could do it, pretty much anyone could do it. You know, it's basically just digging a hole and being very careful when you take the highly enriched uranium out. But for the U.S. to doing it during a war without Iranian cooperation is going to be very, very hard. So again, Iran is going to have to buy in to whatever the ultimate disposition of that highly enriched uranium is.
Alan, you were the only career U.S. diplomat to serve as a core member of the nuclear negotiating team. Again, that was back in 2015. From that experience, how did Iran act as a negotiating partner? What lessons did you learn from 2015?
They're really professional. Obviously, it's a horrible, brutal, oppressive regime, but their diplomats know their portfolio very well. They're always on message. They're like the Terminator. They don't get tired. So they're professional diplomats, and once they're serious about engaging, they engage. Now, the whole nuclear negotiation process took 5 years. For the first 3 years, they weren't that serious. So it was pretty much a waste of time. But if they want to get to a deal, they roll up their sleeves and they negotiate.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.